Hello.
It's Magic Monday, and we're going to bring you the magic today because, we have grown-up children too, and we're in the same situation. How to connect with your grown-up son, how to connect deeply with them so it doesn't feel weird and awkward and like you're overstepping or you're an authority or you're taking something away or you're messing up their spouse or their girlfriend. Rita. Rita came up with these awesome 3 ways to really deal with connecting and building rapport, which I think is so foundational, building rapport with your grown-up son. So we're Rita and Tammy. Welcome to Magic Monday. Rita, how do we build rapport with those children that we love so much, but things have changed so dramatically now that they're grown up? Maybe they're married, maybe they have a girlfriend, maybe they moved away. There's all these things that happen when our children grow up. What do we do?
Yeah. So first of all, what is rapport? Rapport is the ability to connect at a certain level, and to build a rapport is it takes conscious awareness. Really, you need to be aware, and you need to be conscious, and you need to be intentional about your rapport, because as parents, we grow up telling kids what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, because we want them to survive the world. We want to take away any pain from them, and we want them to live just pleasure.
Right.
And so there's a lot of things that's happening when your adult children start being with their girlfriends and their fiancés and their promised partner. And I think building a rapport is vital if we want them to like us.
Mm-hmm. and come around and visit. Yeah.
Exactly. So what I have noticed is that we want to be in their world. We want to know who they are, right? And not by drilling the questions. So the first step is, what was the first step, Tammy?
Listen.
Yeah, just listen to them. Be the space of listening, be the space of allowing them the freedom to say what it is that they're saying without our critical judgment and assessment. Like, yes, we can judge and we can assess, right? But watch your face. How are you, those twitches, those big eyes are like, what? Like, what are you doing, right? Understand what you're doing as you're listening to them.
Right.
What's the other
one?
Then,
the next one was so powerful because as soon as Rita said it, I was like, oh, yes, because you described how we are leaders automatically as parents. And so when we come into a situation, that is what they're seeing us as, even as adults, right? They're like, oh, mom's here now. I got to behave. Now I got to listen. Now I got to, they have this thing. And so you said mirror for number 2.
Yeah.
So explain that.
So mirroring is, it's a mirror, right? So what you want to do is you want to mirror what they're saying, because we want to use their languaging. Because if if he or she is a visual person and they're talking about sights and pictures and images, or they're talking about maybe they're kinesthetic. Look, as brain trainers, we know that there's 5 ways to internalize information and 5 ways to externalize information. So if you're mirroring them, use the same words. Watch what kind of words they're saying. And then also the same body, if they're quiet and they're calm, don't come in here like the authority mom. Hi, how's it going? Mirror them. If they give you a little smile, you give a little smile back. If they extend their hand, you extend your hand. You mirror them. You want to be present to what's there, because unconsciously they're going to be like, oh, this person's safe because they're like me. They're acting like me. They're behaving. They're talking the words that help. So that's how you help build rapport. And you're doing this intentionally with love. No, if you're doing it for manipulation, you're going to lose. So don't do it. If you don't like the girl, she knows it already, right? Because we're not. That's the other thing. What was the third thing?
So that is connect and get into their perspective. And so that's the part where you finally are, they're feeling. So like we have our own sensations about them and all of this, but how do we make them feel? And I thought that was so important that you said that, like, to connect is to get into their perspective. And if you were them, if you could be them, how would you want to be treated? How would you want to arrive? How would, what are those sensations? This is so powerful for me because it's easy for me just to be myself and be unconscious of other people. And so I think this is powerful. So you said connect is number 3, get into their perspective. So
yeah. And I think what happens when you connect with the other person, things open up, opportunities open up. And sometimes as parents, as authority, as our children's, authority, they're no longer under our authority and we need to honor them. So I think it's important to understand sometimes I love him and this is me showing love. This is me giving. It's not even true, but we won't go there. But I think the biggest thing is don't love your kids, understand them, understand where they're going, understand what what their purpose is, understand what their vision in their life with their partner is, understand what they want.
So powerful, Rita, because when you've loved your kids and they're like pulling away and you're like, but I love, okay, so do you want to love them in a perspective that they can receive it, believe it, and enjoy their time with you?
Yeah.
Because guess what? If they enjoy their time with you, they're going to reach out. They're going to want to spend time with you. Like now you've influenced their desire to be with you because you understood them and you connected with them and you mirrored them and you listened. And those skills are going to benefit not only them, but you. Like in the long run, that's what you want. In order to connect, you want them to feel loved, but they're not going to feel loved when you're doing it your way.
Yeah.
If it's not being received by them. So these are really helpful for me and hopefully for everybody watching. And so try it, tell us how it works, listen, mirror, and connect.
I think we should add the 4th one, which is understand.
Yes.
You have to understand them, because if you don't understand them, then you don't get them.
Right.
And if you don't get them, then you don't connect. And if you don't connect, they don't show up, so you can't mirror them. And then you can't listen to them because you're done. They're like, exactly. I'm done with your mother. Your mother doesn't listen. Your mother's always opinionated. Your mother, look, we get that we've been that way. Now it's time to transition outside of that. So be empowered, be conscious, and be intentional.
Perfect. Like this video, hit the notifications,